Hey, camp friends. You caught us getting ready for more songs at the 5 o'clock hour. We're really excited to be here with you, and we got two great songs. We're going to start with So Much. Matt, are you going to lead us in the words?
I am.
All right.
Are you ready?
Listen to Matt.
I've got so much, 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 so much to be thankful for. One more time. I've got so much, 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 so much to be thankful for. I've got Jesus, I've got Jesus to be thankful for. 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 Here we go! I've got so much, 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 so much to be thankful for. I've got so much, 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 so much to be thankful for. I've got campers, I've got campers to be thankful for. 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 I've got so much, 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 so much to be thankful for. I've got so much, 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 so much to be thankful for. I've got counselors, I've got counselors to be thankful for. 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 I've got so much. I've got so much, 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 so much to be thankful for. I've got so much, 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 so much to be thankful for.
Hey, our next song, Jen and Sue, I think you all need to introduce this one.
Woo! So this is one of our favorite songs at Luther Springs and at Luther Rock too.
Yes, we
Yes.
especially like to sing this song at ice cream sessions.
Oh,
at Luther Rock.
we just like to sing this song when we can be crazy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're crazy at ice
Yeah,
cream
well, that's true.
sessions.
That's
so.
true. Yeah. So the song is the Milk Song. So if you love that song, then we want to hear you from where you are. We want you to sing it so loud we can hear you here.
1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Lord, you have my heart, and all your soul and all your mind, and all of you and God, and you have all the truth and love. Lord, you are God.
like you can't help but be excited after that song,
Just
right?
losing my voice halfway through.
Oh, that's great. You know, that is one of my that's one of my kids at our church's favorite songs. When they come back from confirmation camp every summer, they sing that in front of the whole church every summer. And they make this big sign with all the words and hold it up so all the folks in the church who don't go to summer camp, you know, get to know it and sing it because they help send them to camp.
Right.
And that's a way for them to say thank you.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
super, super cool.
That's awesome.
So it's 5 o'clock, friends. We're having so much fun. It is so good for your soul to be singing camp songs and visiting and being with camp people. There's just nothing like it. So it's been a great day, and it's not over yet. We're here at the 5 o'clock hour, and we have 2 new stories for you this hour. And the first one is David and Renate. And I want to just tell you a little bit. I ask people to send us stories. And I never know what I'm going to get back sometimes. But they did something a little special. And so you may actually see yourself in part of their video. So watch close. And if you see somebody you know in David and Renate Patrick's video, I want you to tag yourself or tag them if you see them. They have connections at so many camps, and now Renate is on the board. She's one of our 100% board members who give to the ministry and has for a long time. They serve as care leaders. They are all in. We love that, and we're so grateful to them. So let's hear their story now.
Hi, we are David
and Renate Patrick
from Snellville, Georgia. Novus Way Ministries and camps have been a part of our family's lives for the past 25 years. Summer camp at Lutheridge, the Apple Festival at Luther Rock, and events and retreats at Lutheridge and Luther Ranch. The only camp location we have yet to visit is Luther Springs.
Novus Way camps are so important to me because of the opportunities for service they have provided me and how my involvement has nurtured and sustained my faith and strengthened my relationship with God. I needed camp, and camp needed me. I've always felt that God wanted me to help shape and encourage others in their faith journeys. This led me to become involved in youth and family ministry. Volunteering with Novus Way as a care leader, retreat organizer, and local campaign coordinator for our congregation has helped me live out that sense of call.
Lutheridge has been a huge influence on our boys' faith formation and their understanding of what a Christian community is. We started coming to camp together to serve as adult care leaders before our boys were born. After each of them were born, we brought them along and they got to experience kids camp. Once they got old enough, they started attending summer camp. For our boys, camp was something that has happened every summer of their entire life. They love Lutheridge and call it their second home. Their experiences at camp have built a strong foundation for their faith and their identity as Christians.
Novus Way camps have always provided our family a place apart, a quiet space for spiritual reflection and rekindling of our faith. We have been blessed to give to this ministry and encourage others to do so as well, so that these life-changing ministry sites can continue to offer opportunities for building Christian community and experiencing God's presence.
So fun. Thank you, David and Renate, for sending us like a little trip down memory lane.
Nice.
When I saw their kids, I was like, hey, I had them in kids camp when I was on staff, which is really fun. So we're so grateful. It's the 5 o'clock hour. Our goal, friends, is 300 gifts. And we're gonna introduce another special story. But remember that you can give online right now at novusway.org. You can click that green donate button. You can also mail a gift in. If you'd like to do that, just let us know. Send us a little message from the website and let us know that you're doing that so we can count that towards our $200 challenge gifts, that every gift up to the first 300 is given. And we want to blow that 300 out of the water. So you are already helping us do that, and we are so, so grateful. Now, my friend Sue, our program director at Luther Springs, who's been with us all day, and it's so great to have you up from Florida. I don't get to see you enough. She's going to introduce our next story for you, Macy.
Well, and it's funny because, we sang the Milk Song, and that is one of Macy's favorite songs, and she would so be laughing at me that I lost my voice halfway through. She would have been making fun of me. But she loves that song and sings it awesomely. So the neat thing about Macy is that she has been a camper since she was in elementary school. She had day camp come to her church, so camp came to her church, and she got to experience that, and then she came to camp for confirmation, and then came to camp every summer after that, going through our high school leadership programs, doing leadership lab and equip, and so kind of growing in her leadership skills. So did that counselor and training piece, then came back and as a counselor.
And you know what I think is so cool? Let me just take a second here. So Sue had no idea until, just a little while ago that Macy's story was going to be a story. But the camp community is so close that you knew all of this stuff about this child who is now an adult and on with her life into seminary and other things, because the camp community is so close and so just tightly woven.
That's right.
That I love that you knew all of that about this camper, now counselor and leader in the world and the church. Simply because of camp.
Right.
So cool. I'm sorry.
That's amazing.
So
No,
now
that's
go.
okay. That's what I was. So she went on to do leadership on camp. So she was a camp program director, and then went on to seminary, and that's where she is now. She's at seminary and getting ready to do her CPE and all of that fun seminary stuff. So it's super exciting.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
it's neat to see these things. All of our little ones growing up.
I
to be
know,
these
right?
Awesome adults.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's hear Macy's story now. Thanks, Macy.
Hi, my name is Macy and I was on staff at Luther Springs from the summers of 2015 to 2018. My first time attending camp as a camper was in the 6th grade for confirmation. 11-year-old me did not know when loading onto the bus in my church parking lot that the next 5 days were going to shape the way I modeled my life. Camp is a place full of joy, understanding, acceptance, growth, and lots of encounters with Jesus. I saw God in the vulnerability of my counselor telling our cabin her faith story. God was in the love behind the cooking of meals and in the silly conversations around the table. God was in my cabin mate acting as a bumper so I wouldn't fall during the challenge course. God sat with me around the campfire, singing songs and hearing devotions. Camp taught me that the presence of God is all around us, in everything we do, and in the hearts of the people we share our time with. After my first summer as a camper, I was hooked on camp and went back every year after that. Naturally, I became a counselor as soon as I could. Living and working at camp revealed even more of the beauty it has to offer. On my first day of staff training, I was immediately welcomed into a circle of get-to-know-you games. Looking around, I saw the faces of the people that were going to be my new family. Camp taught me that it is okay to completely be myself. Everyone is free to be their wacky, funny, nerdy, sporty, artsy, incredible self, and feel nothing but love for being exactly who God created them to be. Counselors grow together over the course of the summer. We discuss our strengths and how we can share them, and our weaknesses and how we can grow in those together. It is a mutual growth process that challenges each other to love more deeply and reflect on how God is working in our lives. How incredible is that? having friends who accompany me through my dance and faith and being able to do the same for them. Camp breaks down walls and opens up room for vulnerable conversations. I love witnessing this happen with my campers sitting on the dock for a late night devo. I still get together with the people I worked with and lean on them in times of discernment. I was a volunteer with the ELCA Young Adults and Global Mission Program, and one of my favorite counselors was at my orientation to guide and send us on our way. These people who accompanied me at the beautiful place of Luther Springs have now become a community that surrounds me in everyday life, and they always seem to pop up when I need them. I used to think camp was just 3 months of the year where I could experience heaven on earth, but I have come to learn that the beauty of camp can be seen in the simple things of everyday life. Working at camp was not just a summer of fun for me. Don't get me wrong, it definitely was fun, but camp ministry developed into my vocational calling. My undergrad degree is in environmental studies, and going into my senior year, I had a bit of a breakdown thinking it would be my last summer at camp. God had different plans for me. After discernment with fellow staff members and conversation and prayer, I felt called to pursue a career in the church. I have since worked at 2 more summer camps to gain experience, served with the YAGM program, and I'm currently enrolled in the Lutheran Theological Southern Seminary to earn a Master of Arts in Christian Ministry. Camp taught me about love, service, hospitality, faith, friendship, leadership, humility, and so much more. It has given me a community of faith to abide in and a passion and joy for the body of Christ. Thanks for listening to my story.
Macy, thank you so much for sharing your story. I can't wait to get to meet her someday.
Oh, yeah. She's
yeah.
awesome. She's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's incredible. So thank you for sharing your story. So I'm here with Sue, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Luther Springs in the same way we talked about Luther Rock the last hour with Jen. So Sue, tell me, what are you excited about for this summer at Luther Springs?
There is so much, but I think I am so excited about the campers coming back and being able to experience them, and the counselors, counselors like Macy and all of those, we have counselors coming this summer that, like Macy, have grown up at camp, and then we have counselors who this is their first time that they're going to be at camp. So that's exciting too. So I think both having the campers back on site with our counselors and being able to just have some of those amazing growing moments is going to be it's just amazing. I'm so excited for that.
Is there a program you're really excited about seeing happen this summer?
Well, Leadership Lab is probably, so there's 2. I'm going to sneak in 2.
Okay,
So
that's
there's
fine.
Leadership Lab is always so important to me because that is our leadership development week. That's the week that we're working with those campers who might one day become counselors, maybe not, but we're working with them and developing their leadership skills, and that's just so much fun to see. And then, of course, the second week would have to be Gators, because Gators is just lives in infamy, and that is our upside down week. It's every night we go to bed 2 hours later and we get up 2 hours later, so by the end of the week we are up all night and sleeping all day, and we close our Thursday night, Friday morning with sunrise on the dock, and then go to sleep. And it's awesome. It's a wonderful way to finish out our week.
That's
So
really
I love
cool.
it. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So then, Sue, having people there for these programs and having these counselors back and having these campers back means that we've got to do some pretty different preparation than we've been doing for summers before.
Yeah.
So tell me about how you're feeling about health and safety at Luther Springs for this summer.
Well, I'm feeling really good. We've got some great plans in place, and the ACA worked with the CDC to create these wonderful guidelines for us.
It's a lot of words.
It is a lot. There's a lot there, but really to give us the tools we need to make sure that camp is not only incredibly fun and incredibly adventurous, but also incredibly safe. And so I am really excited about this. We've got our protocols in place, even down to, hey, if the numbers look like this and we're feeling this, then this will be our protocol. And if it's easing up and it's this, then we're going to be able to change it. So I really feel very comfortable about that, and knowing that we can do everything in our power to make sure those campers and those staff too are as safe as possible so that we can finally get back to camp.
Yeah. Well, Sue, I know with you leading them and your years of experience in ministry and in outdoor ministry and everything, I know, we already know we've got a safe space down there at Luther Springs, but especially in these times, we know we've got it. So I'm so grateful for you being there. And I'm grateful for your attention to that piece of what's so central for program across all of our camps, which is leadership. And great leaders like Macy come out of Luther Springs. And it's so cool to get to see. So register now, luthersprings.org/summer-camps. Go check it out. Register for Gators if you're ready to wake up or stay up until the sun rises over the lake down there. Now, there's no real engagement with Gators in that program. Okay, all right, just checking. Or register for Leadership Lab if you're looking for a great leadership experience at Luther Springs. We've got great programs for all ages down there. And don't forget, we're here on our Back to Camp Day of Giving. We're looking for that goal of 300 gifts by the end of the day. All of those 300 gifts will be added to with a $200 challenge match. And so $200, Sue, if I were to give $15 right now, how much would that mean?
That would be $215.
$215.
That's awesome.
I don't even know if I have that in my checking account right now. That would be awesome.
Right.
So go on right now and give and support and make the mission and the ministry that Sue and her team make happen at Luther Springs happen this summer, because we need your support, because we want everyone to be able to come to camp.
That's right.
Sound good?
Absolutely. I'm
All right.
excited.
I am excited too. Hey, we will see you all back at 6 o'clock. We're just having a great day here on our Back to Camp Day of Giving. See y'all soon.